Welcome to All Cards on the Table. I'm Yaz.
And I'm Renna, and we're laying all cards on the table, physically
and hypothetically.
Join us weekly as we talk all things business and booze while we use Tequila Tuesday as our excuse to drink.
So, it's episode 2. Welcome back to another episode of All Cards on the Table. Today, we're joined with Charlie, the founder of Dolly's Desserts. So, she started as a small dessert business in Barnsley, and now she's a global brand with a following of over 1.5 million on TikTok. People travel all over the place to come and try her desserts. Today, we're going to be talking about personal brand and identity and using social media to boost business.
So we actually went to school together, which I think is really funny.
Yeah.
So the question of the episode is, who's the most famous person that you went to school with, or the most successful?
Successful. Oh, there was someone in someone Taylor used to be friends with. Sorry, my boyfriend Taylor.
Yeah.
And he's I swear to God, he plays for he used to play for Manchester United, in the.
I know.
Is he called
Wait, I know who you mean.
yeah, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly who.
I feel like that's probably the best.
Wait, if I say it, I'll believe it as a.
Yeah.
No, I remember he played for Manchester United. He was the goalkeeper.
Yeah, he's I think he plays for Sunderland now. Or
That's
something.
so funny. That's actually so funny.
Yeah, I feel like there's probably quite a few people, but you don't really know it unless you kind of hear it on socials and stuff, do you?
Yeah.
I'm not really connected with people that I went to school with, so I don't know. But there was a guy I went to school with called Camille Satar. I think he does I don't know, drop shipping and e-com and stuff like that. But I seen him on that the TV show that I think it's Rich House Poor House, and I literally didn't know that he'd even made that money until I seen it on TV. But it's crazy, isn't it? What people do after school, and you.
I bet you just stumble upon it. I feel when I saw you on TikTok, it was just I just stumbled upon it. I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
oh my God,
what's she doing?
Even I was I don't even know what's going on. I just rolled with it.
Did you tell people at first, or did people just
No, I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. Yeah.
It's cringe when you first start posting
it's so
you
cringe.
just get into it though.
Yeah, but then it's one of them because once you. It's cringe at the beginning and everyone's oh my God, sent into group chats and stuff. But then once you start building a name for yourself and you actually start doing well, everyone's oh my God, well done.
Oh my God, yeah.
And you're
we're answering some of the questions in our cards and we're posting it on TikTok, talking about all sorts of sexual stuff and whatnot. And it's oh my God, who from school is watching this? Or
who cares?
I feel you get past a certain point and you just don't care. And do you know what's funny? It's the people when TikTok and social media first started and there was Instagram and Reels and stuff and doing a bit of influencer stuff, it was really cringe, but now everyone wants to do it.
Yeah.
Literally everyone's trying to do it, and when they're doing TikToks and stuff and it's not doing as well for them, it's you were taking the piss at the start,
which is fine, you go for it, but don't take the piss out of me.
Exactly. Yeah, it was at the start.
Let's ask you some questions about
go for it.
What you do.
So, can you tell us about your journey from becoming just blowing up, really? How did it start, and what was why did you start making videos?
So it started from lockdown. I feel that's when most people started TikTok and started going on TikTok anyway. But it was obviously lockdown. I just started the app on my personal account. I was just in making stupid videos, cooking, doing all the other random stuff because I was just bored. And then it wasn't until we come back out of the lockdown and we started to reopen Dolly's, because we basically, before we started Dolly's, we had another brand. It was called Ice Queens before it was Dolly's, and that brand kind of failed, and so that's why we ended up rebranding as Dolly's, and we kind of slowed it down, and we were it's just gonna be me and my mum, and it's gonna be all chilled. So we went back and we were really happy and positive about the whole thing, because it was just me and my mum, and it was just, life was just gonna be easier. So that's when I thought, it'll be fun. It's quite quiet, obviously people aren't coming out in full force. I'll just start making videos of what I'm doing, because I was seeing some on TikTok of there were some American people doing it and stuff. But in England, like, there weren't really many people like filming stuff at the time, especially like brands and stuff. But I never did it with the intention of it being like a marketing thing. And I just did it because I was like, oh, I'll just film me making,
it just
like,
falls into
yeah,
I think that's
it's
the
like,
best thing we were saying in our last episode. It's just the best way when it just happens, and you've just got to keep it going and just keep up with it.
Yeah, so I just did it for the fun of it, and then it kind of spiraled from there. Like, as soon as I started posting videos and stuff where I was talking, that's when they started doing better. Yeah. And then the ones like when I was just doing it to like a sound or something, they were a bit they flopped a little bit. So but
more like the original content rather than like
when you're actually like talking about it and what you were doing on your day to day, that's when it kind of blew up. And then people started coming from TikTok, and it kind of just grew from there. I think the consistency of me doing it all the time, that's what kind of made it go like it did.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Because when we started, it was more so for marketing. Like, we weren't really doing it for fun. And then
we didn't kind of intend for it to blow up straight away. Like, it
wasn't.
But
And we didn't want to like show our faces on it at first. It was more so for marketing. And then once we got into it, it was more fun. Like, we started posting more fun stuff on it. And I guess that's kind of like, you start for like different reasons, but then everyone, I guess you follow trends, and at the minute it's about being more personal, like personal brand at the minute, and that's what's blowing up. So you just go with the flow.
Yeah. So how did it kind of obviously lead from obviously being just like a small business thing to obviously opening up shops?
So the reason why, originally we had Market Kitchen. That's the one where we're in at the minute. It's like a small like stand in like a food court in Barnsley. We needed more space because obviously the people were coming back, especially people were coming out of lockdown, people were coming and they were wanting to venture out, and people were like going on road trips and stuff to come and see us and like filming it on TikTok and stuff. So that were really fun. And then obviously it was just so busy. It was just ridiculously busy. Like, it was just like painfully busy to the point where you literally could not like move. Like, even if you had like enough staff, you still couldn't do it quick enough. Like, it just wasn't quick enough. And obviously we were letting people down as well because we couldn't facilitate this amount of people. Like, there were no way. We weren't even used to it. So we ended up saving all this money through like summer and stuff, and then that's when we've opened our brand new shop now, which is
with the ball pit.
Yeah, with the ball pit. And we've actually opened like a proper shop, so now we've got 2 locations, and obviously now we can facilitate more people, and it's still busy in both, which is good. But it's just like it's been a good year, I think. A few years.
So it's the furthest that someone's travelled then that you know of?
Oh my God, there was this proper, I mean, this probably wasn't the furthest, but there was this proper cute little girl yesterday, and she was adorable. I think she must have been like 9 or something, and her mum fetched her from Cheltenham. Oh, and it was so cute. She was so lovely. She bought a mug and everything.
Oh my God, is that down south?
Yeah, like proper down south. Like near the it's like Cheltenham Races.
She's like
near London.
Like
it's like near London.
Like,
yeah, it's so cute.
It's
I think we've had someone from like Cornwall. I don't know if like surely they must be coming up to do something else. Like,
maybe like look on TikTok.
Yeah, like go and do some other stuff.
It is though, because I feel like whenever we go to anywhere new, you just search on TikTok for what to do, and if it's coming up straight away, then it's like,
you'd go there.
Yeah, I think TikTok's changing more into like a search engine now.
Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like even like our videos, like when we're doing them, there's different ways to do it. It's completely changed since like we started, and it's just like adjusting and adapting to that. But it's more searchy, like if you go somewhere, you do search. Like,
like I'm like places, things to do, restaurants wherever.
Literally. So, do you get recognised in public?
Yeah, but I did so more when I had the half and half hair. I feel like that was more recognisable. But now I don't get it as much. I feel like I was in my peak of like people recognising me when I had the half and half hair of like last year, like at festivals and stuff. Like people would come up to me and stuff, but it was never. I always find it bizarre. Like I'd find it bizarre because people would be like, "Oh, how's your dog?" And I'd be like,
"What? Yeah,
God, you know? Oh yeah, I put it all out. That's like.
Mad.
Do you ever like, because you like people come up to you, but then there's other people that have probably seen you and they're like, yeah, I know who she is, or like have taken like a picture of you, or just been like, yeah.
I don't know if anyone's ever took a picture of me. I've been in like TikToks of like people coming to Dolly's and like like they're like, oh, she's there, and I'm like just doing my thing, and I'm like, why?
Have you got to the point where, so do you still like make the desserts, or are you more so like on the marketing side? Can you kind of more so manage it, have you took a step back away from it, or do you still?
Yeah, so I don't serve at the shop anymore.
Yeah.
I have to like I have to make a conscious effort to go out and do it because I want to film my videos and stuff.
Yeah.
But serving people, obviously, I will do it like here and there and like when I need to step in. But generally, I don't do it as much because there's just like a million other things to do.
Yeah.
And it's just like there's just not enough hours in the day.
Yeah, 100%.
So when you mentioned like your management, is that with like the kind of social side of it? And
Yeah,
stuff?
so I do stuff on my personal as well, and then I do stuff on like
Got you.
Dolly's as well. So I do collabs on both, but so they're just like manageable.
Yeah, that makes sense.
How did you find like growing your personal brand from obviously the business? Did you find it quite easy to like separate it? Did people follow you or?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't do as well as like Dolly's obviously because I feel like it's very like diluted the whole like what I do on my personal because everyone does that. Like Dolly's it's a niche in it. It's like it's something specific, so people have like a reason to follow. But with mine, it's kind of like an extension of Dolly's. I like to just refer to it as like Dolly's private story. Because it's just
that's a good way.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's just like the back of like what I'm doing in my day to day. So if you actually care, then you can follow that one. But I just just post what I'm up to, where I go, behind the scenes kind of, because I only kind of film like the food and stuff at Dolly's, whereas I film like more like the staff and things on my personal. So.
How big's the team then? Is there quite
We've got like 20 odd people now.
Wow,
Oh my God, that's a lot.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, so have you ever had like a bad experience like in shop or like
Oh yeah,
kind of
like all the time.
I think it's hospitality, so
It's
like, you know
hospitality.
that it's...
yeah. So
Oh,
what's
yeah,
the kind of like
there's-
top story that comes to your head if you think of like a bad day at work?
Well, I think I've said this on TikTok before, to be fair, but like the most dramatic thing that ever happened that was just like, is this even real? Is this even going on? It was when we got scammed out like £10,000.
Oh my God.
And we ended up like, it was just like the most ridiculous story. But we got scammed out of £10,000, right? And so my mum rang the bank because she'd been scammed by the bank. And they bought like loads of like random stuff equating to this £10,000, like a Cartier watch, Audi, like all these payments, like these random things. And so we were like, we just thought this was some type of like scam.
Yeah.
And so we got the money back from the bank. But the next day, we got like an email saying that the Cartier watch was getting delivered. And so we were at work and this Cartier watch rocked up from what the scammers had bought. And then we ended up like being like, what the hell do we do with this? And so we rang the police and everything. And they were like, okay, just keep it there and we'll come and get rid of it and stuff. And then the scammer ended up coming to Dolly's and like, she came from like Essex with like this man, and she came up to the store and she was like, oh yeah, I think I've had a package delivered here. And we're like, what? No, you haven't. Wait there. So this woman comes up to the store, then she starts like putting on this big performance that she's been like abused and and then she starts fainting around the store. Customers are trying to be served and I'm just like, what is going on?
Oh my God, that sounds so hectic.
It was the most random day of my life, but that's probably like the worst thing that's ever happened because we were just trying to serve us ice cream, do you know what I mean? And then there's some woman like passing out that wants a Cartier watch.
Oh my God. What ended up happening?
What was the resolution?
She ended up getting arrested at the store.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she ended up getting arrested
Did you
at
get
the
the
store.
money back?
Yeah, we got the money back from the
my God,
bank.
thank God.
Thankfully. I never knew what happened to the watch. The police took it. So I don't know what happened. I wish we could have kept it.
Yeah, I know, I bet. Oh, that's crazy. That's not what I expected.
Yeah,
I thought you'd be like an angry customer.
Oh yeah, we get
there.
there
Honestly,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Who's like who's the most like famous person who's ever come to Dolly's?
I feel like the most famous person in my eyes that I just love is Anastasia Kingsnorth.
Oh.
Like I love her so much.
Yeah.
And so like I freaked out so much like when she first came because I was like, she messaged me and because she did a video on like coming to Dolly's and she like tried all the food and stuff.
Oh.
And so I loved that. And then she's been another time from now and I actually like talked to her and stuff. So she's lovely. But, yeah,
Oh, that's so nice.
she was like I was freaked out on her.
We still find it crazy, like even when we've sent PR parcels and
Yeah,
there's like a Love Islander that's
Yeah.
shouted it, and we're like,
Like,
oh my good that you know who our faces are. Like, it's just crazy.
It's crazy though, because they're just normal people.
Oh yeah, they literally
you
are.
realise it, you're just like, yeah, they're just
She
literally
was
normal
so
people.
lovely in real life as well. Like in real life,
Yeah.
just met.
But it's crazy because when I was like younger, I would like watch their videos, but like now it's you feel like you relate to them a bit more because like you're a similar age and you're just like they're just people. Like,
Yeah, they are.
It's more so interesting. Like you still follow them, but you're not as much of a fan. You're just like very like you inspired by them. Like you have like your set of like people who you like fangirl over.
Yeah, I think it's literally just because I admire like what she does and like I've always wanted to do that. So I feel like the fact that she like acknowledged me, I was like, oh my god.
Oh, it's
It's nice. That's really nice. What else have we got?
What other questions?
Yeah, how do you kind of like? I guess obviously you've got a bigger team now, so you've got more of a balance on what you do, but when it comes to obviously like delegating those things, like how do you balance kind of keeping up with creating the content and like keeping the audience engaged as well as obviously like the kind of like the boring business stuff and stuff like that?
I find it really hard. Like I did at the beginning more so like than I do now. I try and set myself days to do like vice versa things, but it never ends up working out like that. Like it is really hard. I feel like there's always like you'll try and do like a task, like me personally I'll try and do something that's like, right, okay, I'm gonna plan out this for the week, like the videos and whatever, and I'll plan like social media, and then someone will come in and be like, Charlie, someone's not turned in, or like this delivery is rocked up, and you're just like, please.
Every day doing problem solving is like it's crazy what like how fast you can deal with a situation when you're in a business, isn't it?
Literally, it's just
everyday problem.
Everything just always like there's always something. Every single day when you walk into that shop, there is something to deal with.
I can imagine.
So what would you say like your balance is? Do you do more so, well, do you prefer like the social side of it now compared to the business day-to-day stuff?
Yeah, I'm not very good at being a business person. Like no,
that's what we say. We're not more on the business side, but
just, like,
you just kind of you learn as you go though.
That's the thing.
You genuinely learn as you go.
There's no textbook to go, right, this is exactly how it's gonna go. Yeah. You need to learn this. Like you just go with it on, like you just literally go with the flow. Like there's no other way of doing it. I mean, I don't personally enjoy the business side of it, like in terms of like finances and stuff like that. Yeah. But I'm always conscious and I always want to make sure that it's actually like earning money.
Yeah.
Like, as long as it's earning
100%,
money and like I can see that's the way it's set out. I'm not bothered about looking into like little like fine details and
little accountants.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I'm not bothered about that. I'd much rather just do the social media side of stuff and post my little silly TikToks.
Yeah, and eat the desserts and stuff.
Yeah, 100%. So,
go on.
Do you want to go?
I was going to say, what would be your favourite thing that's on the menu?
I was going to say the same.
Obviously we make our own ice cream gelato. But I'd probably say the gelato. I really like it. Oh my god, we've got this watermelon one at the minute. Oh, it's so good. It's literally tastes like summer in a bowl. It's the nicest thing ever.
Oh my
I really love it. It's
how did you even get into it? Like a dessert sort of thing? Was it like a family run thing? I know you and your mum run it, but did it go back before, or was it just like you two that started it and learned how to do it?
So it originally started in 2016 when me and my mum and dad, we just went on holiday and we went to Thailand, and that's where we saw like, you know, them Thai ice cream rolls and we like chop them up and roll them out and it's very satisfying. We wanted to do that basically because my mum didn't like, she was working with my dad and my dad just like, they just didn't get on. They're working together anyway. So she was like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to just do something for myself. And obviously I was just leaving school at that point. I was 16. I had no idea what I wanted to do. Literally didn't even enjoy anything. I was like, I know I didn't want to go to uni. Like that life's just not for me. And so I was just like, okay, I'll just roll with whatever we're gonna do together, because obviously I'd always liked and been inspired by like I've always loved desserts and stuff like that, and I know that I probably would end up working for myself, but I never thought it'd start that early or what I'd do. But it weren't until we were like, okay, let's try and do these ice cream rolls, but in England. So we just ordered these ice pans and we were like, okay, let's try and figure it out. We started the business just doing that small, doing festivals and stuff. And that's how it transitioned into desserts, because we started obviously making the ice cream rolls and then milkshakes, and it just like rolled from there.
Right.
We ended up switching over from the ice cream rolls to making his own gelato because they were just so time consuming, and obviously trying to train people to do it, it were really hard to do. So
Yeah.
and obviously with the rebrand and stuff, as old brand was very orientated around the ice cream rolls, so it made sense for us to stop it once we rebranded to Dolly's.
Right.
Love that.
Love it.
So yeah.
Amazing. So,
Yeah, so yeah, as always, we well, as always, obviously it's episode 2, but setting as we mean to go on.
Yeah.
We're gonna spend the second half answering some of the questions from our card game. So this week we've got Girls' Night. We've been kindly sent some cocktails from our favourite pre-mixed cocktail brand, All Shook Up. It's funny because we actually launched this game when we were like drinking these cocktails.
it's 2 years ago
2 years
now.
ago,
And
so.
they reached out to us and they were like, can we send you some for your lunch? And we were like, yeah. And we were like,
I think that was the first
so
probably time that
excited.
we'd got
That
sent
we got like
anything,
PR, yeah,
so.
it was crazy. So it was very
Big
exciting.
fan of All Shook Up. So we've got a few different flavours, so I don't know which one you want to drink.
I'll
Yeah.
go for that peach one.
Yeah. Do you
Which
wanna-
one are you
Can I
going
lean
for?
forward? Am I allowed to
Yeah,
read
yeah,
this
you
one?
can lean forward.
I mean, I can have one if I'm driving.
Yeah.
The 4%, like I had one earlier and I was like, it's literally
Yeah.
fine. It's like juice. Anyway,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
it's only a few
What's this peach
questions.
punch?
So.
To be fair, I think I've took these festivals before.
Yeah.
They're
they
so
are
good.
they're
They
so
literally
good.
just taste like juice, and then you've had like 5 and you're like...
Yeah, on the floor.
Yeah. It is just like
Okay,
juice.
so this is a girls' night game. So this is a very common topic, but we'll see if there's any like interesting ones that we've got. But icks about the opposite sex or a potential partner. The biggest like ick that you'd have.
It's hard to say when you're in a relationship.
Yeah,
This
this
is
is so hard to say. I'm like,
I know,
I've
it's
been in my
hard to
relationship for 6 years.
Oh my god.
I can tell you icks about him.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Go for
yeah.
that.
Okay, this is like such like a minute like ick of that what Taylor does, and he'll if he sees this, he'll be like, it's not weird, but it is weird.
Yeah.
Right? Do you know when you're on holiday?
Yeah.
He wears his socks like around the pool.
Oh, with sliders or sandals.
Yeah.
Oh, when it's hot. Like,
Yeah.
No.
And like they get a bit wet, and they're like
Soggy socks.
Oh my god.
disgusting.
And they're like foot
And I
sweat.
Yeah, and I just seen him, and I just thought,
Oh my god. Oh my god, how many like pairs of socks does he take? He must have to
oh
take
god, he
them.
takes loads, and some of his socks are probably crazy. Oh, they're
Unless I'm a
disgusting.
Socks are not
They're
needed.
probably like brown. God, he's gonna kill me for saying that.
I've never heard that one before. It's a good
Yeah.
one to
I've
be
heard
fair.
like socks and sliders, but specifically around the
Specifically
pool when
around
it's
the
hot.
pool when it's
Yeah,
hot,
around
and
the
like
pool.
you get them a bit wet.
Yeah.
Go straight out
it's
pool, put your
true.
socks
Yeah.
on.
Mine
not
is
just
always
a common.
mine's really
topic.
weird, and you probably won't find it out till like you're in a relationship with them. But
Yeah.
bad handwriting.
Yes. No,
Like, grow
I
up.
actually hear
Yeah.
that.
Actually grow
Yeah,
up,
I
do some
agree with
handwriting
that.
lessons. Like why
And it's
is
proper
it?
scragging?
Yeah.
It's like,
Or they write in like all capitals like a dad. Yeah, bad handwriting's up there for me. But you don't get to find that out till like a while in. So
Yeah, no.
you're pretty
Yeah,
pretty
no,
safe.
that's pretty good.
Unless you first talking, and you're like, can you just write
Yeah.
something down for me, please?
Just
Right,
really
just
need
need
to
to
see.
Before we
fine.
proceed any
Yeah.
further with this relationship, I need to see your handwriting.
Yeah.
So again, it's I guess a lot of these questions are kind of like probably single girls playing.
Yeah.
I think it is.
It's
It's
fine, we can
like
pretend.
yeah, but what would be your go-to outfit for a date? I wouldn't say first date, 'cause obviously, but
Just like a date.
just
Yeah,
a nice
date
date
outfit.
night. Yeah.
It depends what the vibe, where we're going on the date.
Mm,
The
just
ivy.
like yeah.
The
even
ivy?
The
me.
ivy, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nice
Yeah.
date,
Still
yeah.
spoiling me.
Imagine it's first date, I guess.
Okay. I just wear like, I don't know, I'm like a trouser girl, so I'd probably wear like leather
Amazing.
trousers.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not much of a heel girl either.
Yeah, I think like heels on a first date's
Yeah,
risky
it's a
one.
bit
You don't know how
risky.
tall they are. I mean, obviously,
Oh,
I'm
God,
5 foot,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like how tall are you?
I'm
You
like
were-
5'10", so like I
Oh,
would
yeah.
You
never
won't
wear heels on a first date. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, never wear heels, just in case.
Like trousers, nice
Yeah.
top.
Yeah,
trousers.
jeans, nice top.
What like shoes? I probably wear like
Oh god, shoes are
Boots
always
or
a hard
something.
one. But it depends like what the vibe is. Yeah,
Yeah.
either boots or
Boots.
like a nice pair of trainers.
yeah. A nice pair of trainers.
Really nice pair. Like, don't go wearing like your Air Force.
Yeah, Converse are a good bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, depends where you're going. And then no meals on a
What you
first
wouldn't
date.
eat on
So
a
what you
first
wouldn't
date.
eat.
Oh, what I wouldn't
Yeah,
eat.
so like, even if it's, I guess, even if it's someone new, like if I went out with like a new friend, like a meal that like you'd just know that you'd butcher and
Or
you
even
just
if you've got
wouldn't
like,
eat.
let's say like a business meeting or something.
yeah.
That's quite a good like
Okay.
situation.
I feel like I've got one, but I obviously order it now. But ribs, like imagine just like
just massive.
dipping on your rib with like
Yeah.
all your sauce.
No.
Yeah, I'd say like chicken wings, even a burger, just
Spag
something
bol.
that you like
Something,
got
yeah.
a hold in your
Spag
hands
bol,
and it's gonna
and
go
like you
everywhere.
have like the orange
Oh
stuff.
my
No.
god, yeah.
No, I
You've got to
cannot
ask
do
them if
spag
you've got
bol.
anything on your face.
Or even if it's like,
What's your drink thing? Your situation?
oh my god, I have this
This
massive.
is an ick.
I
This is
have-
an ick, right?
Okay, I have this massive thing about drinks on dates. So, my favorite cocktail is, I'd probably say like a mojito or like a Blue Lagoon or something like that. It's my top favorite cocktail. On a date, I will always order an espresso martini because my biggest nightmare is a drink coming out, do you know, with like sparklers and stuff in it. Do you know, they make the drinks like really dramatic. Like on a first date, then bringing that out, and you just want to be low key, you don't want attention, and then they bring off this massive fuck off cocktail with like sparklers, like a rim on it, a sweet stuck on the top. So I always go for an espresso martini because how are you going to jazz that up? Like,
Would you get the ick if that came out and that was their drink?
Yeah,
If
no,
that was their
I
drink,
would literally leave. I would leave.
It's such a weird one.
I think it's I think it's not the drink, it's the attention. And do you know when someone gets like a fancy meal at a restaurant and they come out and it's like sizzling, everyone looks over.
Yeah,
it's the same with the drink, and it's worse because it's like a drink.
So you'd not order fajitas then?
No, yeah, when they come out sizzling, no. Stick to like a Caesar salad or something basic like that.
I
Probably
guess
order
this
pasta
one
or
is. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm just like pasta.
No. This one's probably more realistic for you then. So, describe your ideal proposal scenario.
Ooh.
Hopefully, he will be listening to this one.
Yeah.
I got this one down. I literally had this one down. Okay, so it's got to be abroad.
Yeah,
First
always.
of all. Second of all, definitely not in front of family.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm just sorry,
No.
it's not for me.
Agreed.
Third of all, it's got to be just like me and him. Like it's not in a restaurant.
No.
It's not in some type of public thing. No. And fourth, which he's gonna like moan about, but I really want it to happen. I really want it to be recorded in some way. I need it to be recorded, please.
Yeah.
Even if it's not like shared, but just for you to keep.
Just for me to keep. I just want it recorded. But I know that it'll like crumble under the pressure of like making sure that it's recorded.
Yeah, I got you.
Imagine you just like spot the camera though. Like,
Yeah.
in the corner and you're like,
No, I'd be like, my boyfriend's always got his phone on him. And if like, it's not some like
if you just see like
serious
propped up in the corner.
situation and he's not been on his phone for a little while, I'd be like, oh, God, what's going on here?
I feel like boys don't get like super creative either, so
No,
he wouldn't
Yeah,
like he'd
that's
put it in
true.
plain sight, like he wouldn't like
Yeah, I know.
hide the phone.
Well, I
He'd-
said to him, right, is this bad, right? I said to him, I was like, it was like, well, how would I do that? How would I record it without you notice? And I went, well, just ask somebody to take a picture and then you just do it. And it's on video.
Yeah.
What's hard about
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Like, that is surely, like, come on.
But you see that like all the time, like you see people being like taking the picture and then they get down and it's the cutest bit. Like I
Yeah.
always get it on TikTok and I always stop it. I'm like, oh, this is so
Yeah.
cute.
100%. Even when it's just like on the beach and it's just like, you know what's going to happen and you're like, oh.
It's a nice moment to capture.
Yeah.
That is definitely. I think boys don't think about that though.
No, they don't.
And I bet they get really nervous. Like they don't show it, but I bet they would get.
God,
very
I
nervous.
bet
I'd
it's
definitely
so
know if he were going to
scary.
do it.
Yeah.
I'd know for a
Yeah.
while. There's no way he could keep that from me.
You'd have to have your nails done as well. That's like
oh,
one
yeah.
thing.
Imagine if I've got disgusting nails on. Or I've just got, like, my work hands. Like,
No, we think a girl from work's gonna get proposed to, and I keep telling her, I'm like, you need to go get like normal nails. Go get your nails
Go get
done.
your
like
nails.
Yeah.
get French tips or something.
Yeah.
Like you need to be prepared.
because you don't want, like,
at
little
all times.
smiley faces or something, or, like, little aliens on your hand when
God,
you
I know.
take
If
your
not, then you're
picture.
like going to get your nails done the next day and then then you can post it.
Yeah.
Then announce
Oh, yeah,
it.
that's
I
true.
mean, they'd have to tell one of my friends though. I'd want them to tell one of my friends.
Yeah, I'd need like
for them
I'd
to
need
prep
like a
me.
slight hint. I think if it was just like out of the blue,
It was just
completely,
random.
like, random, I'd literally freak out. I'd probably laugh, honestly. If I got proposed
Yeah.
to, I'd probably honestly just
Do it
stand there
again.
laughing. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Put the ring back. Try again next time.
yeah. God.
That's a funny one. I like that one. Okay, so reveal your future baby names. Are they like original or are they like?
I
Do you have
don't-
them like thought out?
Well, I don't have. I think I've got some on my phone.
Oh my god, that's so no, or like on your notes, my notes app, it's just
my
such a
phone's
mess.
off.
It's like baby names, like
Yeah, but
interest boards.
Anyone goes through
I've got my
your
wedding people who's on my
Yeah,
wedding
oh
list.
my God.
Yeah, I look
Who's
at
going
like,
to the wedding? I'm like, delete, you're not coming now.
I have like Pinterest boards and
Sorry.
they've got like wedding dresses on them, and I'm like, yeah, this is the one.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is board that I'm gonna have. This is a
Pinterest
theme.
boards for everything, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and we're on the same Pinterest as well, so she just sees the board showing, and she's like, nice.
She's got like we've got like a shared album, and she just accidentally added something to the shared album one time, and I was like, I didn't say anything, and then one day I was like, what is this? And she's like, oh my god, can you see that? And I was like,
No, it's
"Let's
really
say
weird.
you
So
it."
there was so I don't know why I thought to do this, but this guy like on a dating app, he'd like replied and he put like a really nice compliment. It was like something, I don't know, it was something like, do you want to be a Range Rover? It was like a nice compliment,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, I'll start adding these to an album because I think it's funny, like showing my friends. And I added it to a shared album with her, so she started getting the
It's just
notifications.
in like a let's drink to that album.
Yeah, and she was like,
I thought she was making a TikTok with
yeah,
it.
she was like, why are you adding this stuff? And I'm like, what? You can see that? And you were like, what the hell? So I guess it's not a nice boost of confidence there.
What is the sexiest nationality or like accent or anything?
Oh, that's a good one. I really like an Australian accent.
Oh.
Yeah, nodding.
You're like,
When we wrote the notes for this, we put, what do we put? On mine we put like Australian and Irish, and then Yaz put like Austrian and Portuguese.
Italian. Yeah, we were just putting random stuff. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you what like a Portuguese accent is. I don't really
You know. It's like, I guess it's like a bit Spanish.
Yeah,
Do you know that, like, broken English.
Yeah.
But it's the best. Can't understand them.
I like it when they don't talk.
Yes. Oh my god, recently I went away and I met this guy and he had a Newcastle accent and I was like, please just shut up. You're so much more attractive when you're not talking.
I quite like a Geordie accent.
On a boy though.
I think like UK accents are so
Probably
hit
cute
and
on like a
miss.
girl.
Yeah, I think on a girl, it just reminded me of Geordie Shore.
Yeah, I
like,
know.
It just reminded me of Geordie Shore, and I was like, oh my god, this is taking me back. Even like, but the worst accents in the UK, I would say, Newcastle, Liverpool. I quite like a Birmingham accent.
Oh no, I was
Really?
gonna say I really
That's
don't
the
like
first
a
you've ever
Birmingham.
said that. Really?
I quite like, Yaz is from Birmingham.
Oh,
You've
sorry.
literally told me that I sound like...
I don't think he
You've not
sounds
got a
to be
strong
Birmingham,
one,
no.
though.
Yeah, no, to
You've
be
not
fair,
got a
I'm not
strong
actually from
accent.
Birmingham. I say I'm from Birmingham, like, it's just easier to tell people when we're travelling and stuff, but it's like Midlands, but...
Yeah, you've not got a strong accent. I think you sound quite like southern, like posh.
Yeah,
But I should take
I'll
that.
take that. I don't think, like, neither of you guys are actually from these, but you got
No, I'm from.
Sheffield.
But I don't think you've got like a Barnsley, like...
I don't think it's like a
No,
proper,
that
like,
sort of
strong northern
accent.
accent.
I was discussing this at work actually.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what my accent is because I'm basically I live in Thorpe Esley. I don't know if you know where Thorpe Esley is, but it's like in between Rotherham, Barnsley, Rotherham, Barnsley, and Sheffield. So I've got I live in Rotherham, but like I was born in Sheffield and then like I work in Barnsley, so I'm around a Barnsley accent all the time. So I think my northern accent's come out a little bit more since I've been working in Barnsley because obviously everyone's got a stronger accent.
Yeah.
But then my boyfriend's like Rotherham, so I'm just like, I don't even know what I sound like.
Mine's gone like so much more southern.
Yeah,
but I work in like Harrogate, so it's like posh.
Do you ever just like listen to your voice on the old TikToks and you're like, oh my god, why did I sound like that? That's weird. Like the more I'm around you, like I'll go home and start speaking and like in your accent. It's crazy.
It's crazy how much like you pick up like accents and like who you're around.
I'm gonna say you don't sound like you're from Rotherham anymore.
No, but then I watch videos back and I'm like mouthing off and I sound so northern. I'm like, shut up.
Even like old
why do you
TikToks
sound like
from
that?
like a year ago, I'm like, you sound so different and same as myself. It is weird.
I know.
I'm not really a big fan of a northern accent anyway.
You're
Sometimes
not?
I think I sound right thick.
Yeah, I feel like it does like dumb me down.
Yeah,
a bit. Like
it does,
people always
and it's
think, but I quite like a Manchester accent.
Yeah, I like a Manchester accent.
Like a rough like
H.
Manchester.
Quite
Yeah,
like a solid accent. Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like he puts it on a bit though. It's a bit exaggerated.
I think though it's crazy because like Australia's so big, but they have, well, I've got like friends and they've told me that there's like one accent throughout, and they're like, why is the UK so small? And they've got about like 50 million accents.
That is
Like, we
weird,
genuinely
actually.
do.
I know, you can literally go up the road and you can tell the difference.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, I'm in a different place. Like, you feel like you're in a bloody different country when you go to Liverpool.
Oh, yeah.
You go up there and you're like, what is everyone saying?
I know.
It's crazy. We'll finish, I guess, on a more risky question. Not risky, but, you know, just a bit more out there. My favourite day of the week to have sex is... I'll lead if you want me to, or you
Go
can
for it.
go for it.
Friday.
Friday?
That was very specific, wasn't it? Probably just
Friday?
because it's the weekend after.
Yeah, it's like weekend
I don't know, it's
vibes.
just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
end of the week.
Do you work on weekends?
I do on a Saturday, but like Taylor's off obviously, and then
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
we go out and like it just feels, even though I do work on a Saturday.
Yeah. I think it
Just
is like, it's like even just like work, if you're working at home, or like obviously with us just doing this, we work whenever. But like my weekly structure is like when my boyfriend's working.
Yeah,
So he
that's
works, like,
yeah.
yeah, he works Monday to Friday, so I'm like the weekend's a weekend, even though like it makes no
Yeah,
difference to me.
no
yeah.
difference to me. I can have like a Tuesday off, but
Yeah.
don't feel like it. I feel like I've wasted a day off for it being on a Tuesday.
Yeah. What's your favourite day?
I feel like Wednesday, hump day. Specific. Well, I usually work from home. I don't know. I usually work from home on Thursdays.
Whatever day.
Yeah,
really.
Okay, so you can have date night on Wednesday and then not have to send them home in the morning.
Yeah, yeah. You can just chill. It's a very specific one. I feel like it's the day of the week. I guess it's more so like the time of the day that is more specific.
Yeah,
Why?
that's
What
true.
time?
So I saw a video and it said that the day is structured around kind of a male and how they're meant to live. And when males wake up in the morning, they wake up with like loads of testosterone and they're like ready to go. Whereas women, when we're not like on our periods and stuff, we wake up and we're just absolutely like, we need a good like hour or so to wake up.
Yeah.
And that's why like they just love morning sex, and I am not for it. I am just
It is
not
definitely
here
a
for
male
it.
thing, and you just have to like...
No, but it was like after seeing that video and them explaining it, being like, males wake up with like so much testosterone and they're ready to go and they want to start the day. It makes sense, and I was like, yeah, well, obviously. And then like it's the difference. It's a scientifically proven thing. It's not just like no one. If you're a girl
It's
and you
just,
say
like,
that you
female.
like morning sex, like you must really like your partner.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
that's true.
facts. I think you have to fully compromise on it as well.
Yeah,
you just have to
you
be like,
do.
oh, right.
Fine.
Yeah, no, I'm
Most of the
definitely
time
not a
it's
morning
like,
person.
No.
you want it in the evening, and they're
Yeah,
like,
and
no,
they
in
don't
the
want it
morning,
in
in
the
the
mo-
morning.
Yeah, that is my...
What do you mean in the morning?
I know.
Yeah. Fine,
No, what,
whatever, compromise.
like morning breath.
No.
Yeah,
Oh my
literally.
god.
So I don't want to kiss you in the morning.
No.
To be fair, it does make you want to
Push
get
teeth.
up straight after that. You don't really want to like just go
Yeah,
back to
True.
sleep, because then you're just like, all right,
True.
cool, get up, have a shower, start the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good start to the day. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you want to like mention your social medias and like where to find you?
Yeah, okay.
Give
So,
everyone some info.
I'm the girl from Dolly's Desserts. So if you just search Dolly's Desserts on TikTok, you'll find me. And my full name on TikTok is Charlie Grace Smark. So you can just search that, or on my YouTube, Charlie Grace Smark.
Nice, cool.
Amazing.
And where's the location of the shop? Sorry.
They're both in Barnsley, so I've got 2 stores. I've got one in a market kitchen and then one in the Glassworks, which is just next to Cineworld in Barnsley.
Perfect.
Amazing. I feel like we have to go down now. We have
Yeah,
to-
100%.
I've never took her like back to like Rotherham or anything. So
No. Yeah. I'd
Oh,
like to
you're in for a
pay
treat.
you.
yeah, you are. Yeah, we'll go. anyway.
Don't spoil it too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously we've been playing Girls' Night, so hopefully we've given you a little bit of an insight into that as well, which you can buy on our website, which is www.letsdrinktothatgame.com, or you can get it on TikTok shop also on @letsdrinktothatgame. And then if you like the podcast, you can also head over to All Cards on the Table Pod on Instagram. Anything you wanted to add? Sorry.
Instagram, and you can use discount code
Yes.
AllCardsPod if you want to grab a discount on any of the games.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been great. Another great Tequila Tuesday. Wink, wink. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on. It's been so fun to talk and catch up.
I know, thanks for having me.